You respond quickly. It takes a few seconds, feels efficient, like you're doing things right. It won't take long, so you reply, just to clear it, just to stay on top of things. But now faster responses are expected. So next time, it can't wait. And the next one can't either. And the next one definitely can't. It doesn't feel like pressure at first. It feels like improvement. But improvement changes something. Work doesn't slow down, it speeds up around you. And once everything moves faster, waiting starts to look like a problem. So nothing waits. And when nothing waits, the gaps between things disappear. Not because there's more work, because everything expects a response now. You start your day already connected. Messages are waiting, emails came in overnight, a few quick things to handle before anything else. It doesn't take long, just small responses. Confirm something, reply to something, move something forward. It feels like a clean start. You're staying on top of things early, clearing space before the day really begins. But as you move through it, more keeps appearing. Another message, another follow-up, another small thing that needs attention. None of it feels heavy on its own. It feels manageable. It feels normal. This is just how things work now. Faster communication, faster decisions, faster movement. You don't let things sit. You respond while it's fresh, while it's easy, while it only takes a few seconds. Because leaving it for later means it stacks. And when it stacks, it becomes something bigger. So you clear it early, you stay ahead of it, you keep things moving. And that feels like control. That feels like being responsible. But the flow doesn't slow down, it adjusts to you. As you respond faster, things come in faster. As you clear things quickly, more gets sent your way. Messages expect replies, emails expect follow-ups, meetings fill the space between responses. Small gaps get filled before they can open. And even when nothing urgent is happening, something is already waiting. Something small, something quick, something easy to handle. So you handle it, just to stay on top of it, just to keep things from building up. And the day keeps moving like that. One thing leads into another. One response leads into the next. No single moment feels overwhelming, but nothing fully stops either. You're not rushing, you're responding, continuously. And because everything you're doing makes sense, you don't question it. This is what being organized looks like now. This is what staying on top of things requires. Everything moving, everything active, everything expecting something from you. It feels like this is what being responsible looks like now. You respond quickly, you keep things moving, you don't let things sit. That's how you stay reliable. That's how you stay organized. Fast replies mean things don't build up. Quick responses keep work flowing. Nothing gets stuck, nothing falls behind. And that feels like control. It feels like you're managing your time well, because every response is small, every task is quick, every interaction is easy to handle in the moment. So there's no reason to delay it, no reason to let it sit. Leaving something unanswered starts to feel unnecessary, even careless. Because if it only takes a few seconds, why not just do it now? Why carry it forward? Why risk it turning into something bigger? So you respond, you clear it, you move on. And that pattern reinforces itself. The faster you respond, the more things stay in motion. The more things stay in motion, the more it feels like you're doing things right. Being available becomes part of being dependable. Being responsive becomes part of being professional. And over time, this stops feeling like a choice. It feels like a standard, a basic expectation. You don't think of it as pressure, you think of it as efficiency. This is just how things work now. Everything moves faster, so you move with it. And if you keep up, everything stays under control. And the system rewards this behavior at every step. The faster you respond, the smoother everything moves. Conversations don't stall, work doesn't pause, decisions happen quickly. And that creates momentum. People rely on it, they notice it. Fast responses become a signal. You're engaged, you're reliable, you're easy to work with. So more comes your way. More messages, more requests, more things that need quick handling, because you've shown you can handle them. And platforms are built to support this. Notifications arrive instantly, messages show when they're seen, emails surface at the top. Everything is designed to keep things moving, to reduce waiting, to remove friction. And when friction disappears, expectations shift. Delays start to feel unusual. Slower responses stand out, not because they're wrong, but because everything else is faster. So the system keeps rewarding speed. Quick replies close loops. Fast decisions move work forward. Constant availability keeps everything active. There's no incentive to let things sit, no benefit to delaying a response. Nothing signals you to slow down, because everything that moves faster feels better in the moment, cleaner, more efficient, more controlled, until responding quickly stops being a choice and becomes how everything around you expects to function. But every faster response is exchanging something. It doesn't just move work forward, it removes the space around it. What used to sit for a while now expects attention sooner. What used to wait until later now needs to be handled immediately. The time you used to have between things gets pulled inward, quietly, repeatedly. You don't lose time in one place, you lose it in smaller pieces. A few seconds here, a quick reply there, a short interruption that resets your focus. And because each one feels small, it doesn't feel like a trade-off. It feels efficient. It feels worth doing. But the accumulation changes something. The gaps between tasks start shrinking. The moments where nothing is expected from you become shorter, less stable, easier to fill. And once those gaps shrink, they don't come back easily, because now everything around you is moving at a faster pace. Messages expect replies, work expects follow-through, people expect continuity, and stepping away starts to create friction. Things slow down, things wait on you. So instead of holding space, you keep responding, you keep things moving. And over time, the time you thought you were saving gets absorbed into everything that now expects your attention. Not at once, but continuously. Over time, this turns into a constraint you don't notice forming. Not because there's more work, but because everything now depends on your response. Messages pause at you, decisions wait on you, progress moves through you. And that changes how your time works. You can't just leave things for later. Later creates delay. Delay creates friction. Friction creates pressure. So you respond earlier. You stay ahead of it. You keep things moving. And that becomes the way you operate. Your time starts organizing itself around incoming requests, around what needs a response, around what might slow down if you don't act. Even when nothing is urgent, something is pending, something is open, something is waiting for you to close the loop. And that keeps your attention partially engaged, always aware of what's next, always ready to respond. The gaps don't fully open anymore. They stay shallow, temporary, easy to interrupt, because leaving them alone doesn't feel neutral. It feels like something is building up, something you'll have to deal with later. So you deal with it now, and that reinforces the pattern. The faster you respond, the more things route through you. The more things route through you, the harder it becomes to step away. Not because you can't, because too much depends on you continuing. At this point, your time is no longer something you can leave open. It's already claimed before you decide how to use it. Not by one task, but by everything that expects a response. Messages that need closure, work that needs follow-through, conversations that move when you move. You don't feel locked in by one obligation. You feel held in place by all of them together. Because letting one thing sit doesn't just delay it, it creates a gap somewhere else. So instead of creating space, you prevent friction. You respond early, you keep things moving, and that keeps everything dependent on your availability. Even short pauses start to feel unstable. Taking time away means things build up. Returning means catching up, clearing what waited, resetting what paused. So the easiest path is to stay engaged, to keep responding, to keep things from stacking. And over time, that removes something important: the ability to let things wait, the ability to step away without consequence, the ability to have time that isn't already spoken for. Everything depends on continuity now, no space to let it sit. And it doesn't stop here, because every new system you use makes responses faster, and every faster response raises the expectation again. So the next thing can't wait, and the next one won't either, until speed becomes the default, and waiting starts to feel wrong. It keeps removing what's left.